A young guy named Travis just started working as a truck driver for Guardian Armored Services. He goes to the bank to pick up money bags and sees a gorgeous customer named Zoe. She asks to use his pen. When she gives it back with a note, Travis freaks out, thinking she's trying to rob him. He pulls his gun and everyone in the room dives for cover. But Zoe tells him to read the note, and he realizes she just gave him her phone number. That night, Travis and Zoe go out to a bar. He usually can't get beautiful girls like this to notice him. So he's shocked when Zoe puts her hand on his leg and asks him to go somewhere private. They spend the entire weekend together. On Monday, Russell wakes up his wife Natalie at 4 a.m. to wish her a happy 25th anniversary. Russell also works for Guardian, and Natalie is exhausted from his crazy work schedule. But Russell promises he'll quit in 6 months. At the same time, Travis wakes up alone and realizes he's running late for work. At the office, Russell gets mad when he finds out they put him on a long route, even though he asked for a shorter shift a week ago so he could spend time with his wife. He complains to his boss Clark, who makes him follow the rules. Russell gets even more annoyed when he learns he'll be driving with Travis, who he thinks is really irritating. Travis is telling his co-workers about his date, but Russell cuts him off to scold him for being late and wearing his uniform after work. Travis tries to chat and mentions he passed the driving test for the Metro Police Department, but Russell doesn't care about this guy's life. To make things worse, Travis keeps doing disgusting things like bringing a stinky sandwich for lunch and saying he'll pee through the gunport to avoid stopping the truck and make sure Russell gets home on time. Meanwhile, Zoe meets with Miguel and Banner. She explains she's collected information about the route of one of Guardian Armored Services trucks and wants to rob it. The men don't really like each other, but they agree to join the job for the money. As the day goes on, Russell and Travis keep making their stops at different banks. Travis keeps doing annoying things like playing loud music and farting in the truck. While they're driving through the countryside, Clark calls the truck radio because he found out about Travis pulling his gun at the bank the other day. Travis tells him it was a misunderstanding, but Clark says the incident made the bank cancel their contract with them. So he fires Travis right there. After the call ends, Travis has a meltdown. He blames himself for his loser life, and when Russell tries to comfort him, Travis explains his whole family works in law enforcement, but he could never keep up with them. Right then, Russell notices 2 cars are following them. When a car tries to pass them, Travis drives the truck to the side to push it off the road. But Russell tells him to calm down and Travis pulls back to let the car pass. The other car also gets closer and Russell notices all the drivers are wearing helmets. One of these people shows a sign that says, "Pull over and you won't get hurt." So Russell tries calling for help. Unfortunately, they're in a dead zone and have no signal. The robber shows more signs, telling them they know this is a dead zone and that the truck is alone. Russell realizes they have inside information about their route. More signs keep telling them to stop if they don't want to get hurt, but the 2 refuse to cooperate. Then one of the drivers throws tear gas into the vehicle, which makes Travis lose control of the truck. Russell pours an energy drink on Travis's face to clean his eyes, but right then, a robber shoots one of their tires. The 2 struggle to keep the truck under control, which causes them to push one of the enemy vehicles against the railing and drag it for a while. Suddenly, Travis uses the parking brake button, and the enemy's car finally moves ahead, only to hit their partner's car. Both vehicles end up going off the road and the truck can keep going without being chased anymore. Russell opens the doors and windows to get rid of the gas. Travis is happy they escaped trouble, but Russell thinks the robbers will come back, which is scary because there won't be any cops for 80 miles. Travis quickly does the math in his head and says he can get the truck to the next town in 40 minutes if he goes 110. Meanwhile, the robbers take off their helmets, confirming it's Zoe and her men. While getting their cars out of the mud, Zoe announces they're doing Plan B. Eventually, the truck starts slowing down because of the damaged tire. After turning onto a different road, they stop to fix it, and Travis impresses Russell again by calculating that the robbers will be there in 4 minutes. Russell doesn't understand why Travis wants to be a cop, so Travis explains he doesn't really want to. He just wants his family to like him. When a regular car passes by, Travis tries asking for help, but he gets ignored. Moments later, Zoe's team shows up on the main road and doesn't see the truck, so they realize the 2 took a turn and do the same. As soon as they see the cars, Travis and Russell get back in the truck and take off, which starts another chase. Travis drives right between the cars to go back to the main road, but the robbers turn around quickly to follow them. Then Travis tries to pull a crazy stunt that unfortunately goes wrong, leaving the truck stuck between the cars. After getting some rope, Miguel climbs on top of the car and makes a big jump to land on the truck's back door. Travis shakes the truck to try to throw him off. But Miguel holds on and the other robbers hit the truck to slow it down. Then Miguel uses a blowtorch to start cutting the door. So Travis pushes the car in front of them to try to escape. Since the car is holding on, Russell takes out his gun and shoots at Miguel, who immediately shoots back. After a few shots, Russell loses his gun and Miguel runs out of bullets. Seeing that Miguel is going back to cutting, the two decide to hand over the money to end this. But when Russell opens the bags, he discovers lots of illegal stuff, including a squirrel monkey. After finding the right bag, Russell kicks the door open and leaves Miguel hanging while he starts throwing the money out. The bills are making it hard for the drivers to see ahead, so Banner opens fire to force Russell back inside. Then Russell finds some bills that have a dye pack, so he throws it at the car's front window. An explosion covers Banner's car in blue dye, but he keeps driving. Russell notices that the car has the roof open, so he throws the next dye pack right inside. This new explosion makes Banner lose control of the car, and after he accidentally hits Zoe's, he goes off the road. The car rolls a few times before finally crashing. A frustrated Miguel disconnects the rope with the blowtorch, which breaks a window in Zoe's car. Then he jumps inside the truck and starts fighting Russell, who tries to get the guy's gun, and a bullet ends up hitting the truck ceiling in the struggle. Right then, Clark calls them on the radio, but there's a lot of static and the call ends without Travis telling him what's happening. Russell manages to get the upper hand and overpowers Miguel, beating him up before putting a dye pack inside his vest and literally kicking him out. The dye pack explodes as Miguel lands on Zoe's car, which is already on fire because of the blowtorch. Zoe refuses to give up and is still following them. So Russell grabs a bag of coins and throws it at the car. The window breaks and this sends the vehicle off the road, where it crashes and explodes before rolling down the hill. The two celebrate their victory, not realizing that Zoe jumped out of the car before the attack and is now hanging on the back door. While Russell complains about a wound on his leg from the fight, Zoe goes inside and picks up Miguel's gun before showing she's there. Moments later, Russell and Travis are tied up inside a barn. When Zoe removes her helmet, Travis realizes he told her everything about his job during the date and feels sick. Zoe searches their jackets in case they're hiding anything and finds Natalie's wedding ring, which Russell took as part of a surprise. She takes the ring and shoots at a random bottle to shut a whining Travis up. Her goal has always been the truck, not the money. And now that her teammates are hurt, she wants the two to help her finish the job or she'll kill them. The guys have no choice but to agree. On the truck, Travis asks Zoe not to tell Russell that they know each other. She agrees and confirms that she gave him a fake number, but she also admits she had fun during their date. When Russell also gets in the truck, Travis asks Zoe to get Russell home in time for his anniversary. Meanwhile, Banner and Miguel find each other. They have a few wounds, but nothing serious. Banner realizes Zoe has left them and announces he'll kill her. Moments later, the truck leaves the dead zone, so Zoe makes Travis call Clark and act normal. Travis makes the call and makes some jokes but doesn't tell him what's happening. Then he tells Zoe he was fired and Russell teases him saying he fell in love with a woman from the bank. Right then, Natalie calls Russell and Zoe tells him to act normal too. Russell doesn't tell his wife anything, but his voice is very tense. Zoe makes a call to get the address to deliver the truck and explains to the guys that if she doesn't call her contact often, someone they know will die. Eventually, they reach a town and visit an auto repair shop where she convinces an old friend to fix the truck without getting her in trouble. The three then put on uniforms and go to a restaurant while they wait. Before they go inside, Zoe shows them live video on her phone, showing she has people watching Natalie and she'll die if they try anything. At the table, Zoe explains that she wants the truck so she can rob a casino. They'll get in pretending to be the real pickup service and get away with all the weekend earnings. The mechanic is changing the truck number to match the official pickup vehicle and installing a device that will verify it's the right truck. When she gets a message telling her the truck is ready, she ties Russell's hand to a pipe and drags Travis away. In the bathroom, Zoe asks Travis for his uniform. While he changes, she asks him if he really fell in love with her, but he denies it. When they go back to the table, they discover that Russell has escaped by cutting the restraints with a broken mug. They immediately go outside to look for him, only for Russell to jump on Zoe from behind. They struggle for a few minutes, and Travis uses the chance to take the gun, so now Russell can push Zoe off and demand safety for his wife. Travis asks Zoe if she's okay and uses a nickname before giving her the gun, making Russell realize he's the inside man. An angry Russell grabs Travis and shakes him a bit before letting him go. Zoe explains that Travis was just manipulated before they finally go back. During the trip, Russell continues to be mad at Travis for falling for Zoe's manipulation. She points out that she got him really drunk and that Travis shared a sweet side during the day too. In the meantime, Miguel and Banner show up at the auto repair shop and shoot the mechanic's leg to make him give them information on Zoe. After he talks, they shoot again to kill him. With only 29 minutes left before the heist, Zoe gets things ready by tying up Travis because this time she'll take Russell. An argument starts where she's insulted for being a criminal, so she shares a story. Her father worked at the casino for 17 years and one day a restaurant caught on fire. The casino has a system to protect the money which caused all the doors to automatically lock shut. Many guards were trapped inside, so Zoe's dad stepped in to stop a door from closing and saved his co-workers' lives, dying in the process. Instead of compensating him, the casino said he wouldn't have died if he hadn't left his post, so it was his fault. Zoe was 12 at the time, and she and her mother were left with nothing. So that day, she made a promise to get the money back. The conversation is interrupted by Natalie knocking on the truck window, having found it because she tracked the location of Russell's phone. He tries to send her away, but Zoe invites her in and ties her up so she won't ruin the plan. The group drives to the casino while monitoring the real truck's frequency just in case. The casino guards are suspicious because the truck has shown up 15 minutes earlier, but after they scan the ID tag, they let them in. In the garage, another guard asks about the usual pickup guys. So Russell makes up some story about the company changing employees. The guard believes it, saying nobody would be dumb enough to steal an armored truck. Meanwhile, Travis hears on the radio that the rail truck is on its way and wants to go out, but Natalie forces him to stay. Travis explains he's fallen in love with Zoe, and Natalie scolds him, causing him to go on a rant that accidentally reveals that Zoe has the ring. After going through multiple gates, they arrive at the vault. But they must wait to take the money because they're doing a photo shoot with a WWE champion. Zoe knows they're running out of time, so she tells the wrestler that his rival is trash-talking him on live TV. The wrestler gets angry and leaves to deal with it. The money is loaded in a box, and the two start making their way out with the guard. But they're stopped by the manager, who stops Zoe because he recognizes her as the daughter of the dead employee. He shows sympathy for her situation, saying that her dad died a hero and the higher-ups didn't do him justice. Zoe pretends to be understanding to make him leave. They reach the truck and Russell makes sure the guard doesn't touch the door, saying it's protocol. The money is loaded in the back, and the group finally takes off, but at the same time, the real truck arrives. Luckily, Zoe's team gets to leave the casino before the guards see the other truck. They notice a police car around the corner, but thankfully, it's going somewhere else. Eventually, the group enters an abandoned garage where Zoe has hidden a car to escape. Now that she has the money, she doesn't care if the others leave. Suddenly, a big vehicle bursts through the gate and slams into the truck, making it slide until it hits the wall. When the group wakes up, they discover that Banner and Miguel have captured them. Banner is putting the money away in Zoe's car to steal it too, while Miguel is pouring gas all over the truck. Then Banner pulls Zoe out of the truck and rips her earring off just to hurt her. She asks him to keep her and let the others go, but he mocks her and takes Natalie's ring. In the truck, Travis notices a pair of pliers behind Russell, who grabs them before telling Travis to put the truck in reverse. When Miguel gets the lighter ready to start a fire, Russell gives a signal and rushes to free Natalie while Travis drives. The truck door brings Miguel down and Banner opens fire as he steps back. Zoe simply lies down so the truck passes over her without hurting her. Banner jumps out of the way and Travis manages to stop the truck right before they crash. Then Banner tries to shoot Travis, who is protected by the bulletproof glass. Zoe surprises him with a kick and quickly disarms him, so he runs to his car while she picks up the gun to open fire. Unfortunately, Banner has brought more weapons and fires back, forcing Zoe to hide. Miguel gets caught in the crossfire and is shot in the shoulder. This distraction allows Zoe to shoot Banner in his hip and run to her car, which she quickly gets into to leave the building. Then Banner takes Natalie and shoots Russell when he tries to stop him. Natalie kicks Banner when he puts her in his car, so he knocks her out with a punch. After Banner leaves, Travis helps a wounded Russell to get back in the truck and they take off, hitting Miguel on their way out. Soon, Banner catches up to Zoe and a chase starts. When they reach the road, they have to drive around other cars and even push one off the road. Banner starts pushing Zoe's vehicle as well, but she manages to push back and stay on the road. As the guys also catch up, they notice that multiple police cars have found them too. Travis is happy until Russell points out that the cops are after the truck because they don't know the truth. Right then, Clark calls the two to complain because a collector is angry about the monkey not being delivered yet. A helicopter flies over the road to record the chase for the news and Clark sees his employees on TV giving him the finger. Then Banner starts shooting at the police cars, causing one to break down in the middle of the road. Two other vehicles crash into it, which sends them flying and blocks the other police cars. Banner shoots the helicopter too, forcing it to fly away. Zoe sees a fork on the road and makes a sudden turn that takes her through various gates in a private airport. The car makes a big jump over the hill that Banner copies as he follows her, but Russell is nervous that a truck may not be as lucky. Travis does the math and knows they have the right speed for this, so he takes the risk. His calculations are right and they land safely to rejoin the chase. On the next road, Banner hits Zoe's car from behind, so she makes another sudden turn and gets off the road on purpose. Then Travis hits the car with the truck, causing Banner to open fire at them. The bullets can't break the windows, but they do damage the engine and start a fire. With Russell's encouragement, Travis hits Banner's car again, forcing him off the road too. The truck's brakes aren't working, so the two have no choice but to jump out the back door. Luckily, Zoe catches them in her car before the truck explodes and the monkey flies off. Afterward, Russell gets in the car with Zoe, but Travis's hand restraint is stuck on the hood. Desperate to save Natalie, Zoe drives ahead anyway. When Banner opens fire, she stops the car near his and the three of them hide behind it. Since he's brought lots of ammo, Banner keeps shooting without a pause. Suddenly, he's hit from behind by Natalie, who knocks him out with a few blows to the head. Russell rushes to reunite with his wife, and Zoe kisses Travis before leaving. Then Russell gets the ring back, and Natalie is happy to discover that he restored it for their anniversary. The group sees Zoe escape on a stolen private plane before the police arrive to arrest them. Moments later, while Russell is telling the cops that they're the victims, Travis finds Zoe's real phone number in his pocket. He memorizes it before swallowing the paper to get rid of the evidence. The police believe that Travis and Russell were forced to do everything and let them go. 6 months later, Travis is a member of the police academy. He finally calls Zoe, who is vacationing on an exotic beach. Travis explains it took him this long to contact her because he forgot the last digits of her number. She wants him to come to the beach to see her, causing him to drop out of the academy on the spot. Meanwhile, Russell has retired and opened a B&B with Natalie like they always wanted. One day, he finds a package outside, and when he opens it, he discovers a money gift from Zoe and Travis. In the city, Clark delivers a burnt monkey to his client. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.